overthink it. Don't overthink it. Go into it. Remember, I've seen your intros so many times. I spat on your camera. I think I spat on your camera. That's fine. Okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Mercury retrograde. So I would just like to put a disclaimer here that I can in fact speak words, but I am not claiming responsibility for my inability today to speak words. And with that being said, I have a friend here with me today. This is my lovely, beautiful, wonderful human, Chany. And today we are obviously filming a video together that we have been talking about now for about 100 years. And basically we're just gonna dive right in and I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do and then we're just gonna go ahead and do it. Yeah. So today we are, I think I sort of actually promised this in a previous video. Yeah. Basically we are doing a blush swatch off today. I have, as I've mentioned, an entire selection here of the new About Face Cheek Freak. In my last video, you guys saw me use Smash. I'm obsessed. We're going to talk about formula today. We're going to also talk about what these products actually look like and feel like on skin that isn't white girl skin. I mean, I have like mid-tone white people skin, but Chany, tell us. I'm brown.
I'm just brown. I'm one of those brown people that exist in the world. No, so I am South Asian. That's my ethnicity. I'm also mixed. So I have South Asian skin, but I guess also white ethnicity skin and just a little bit darker.
Yes, and I think one of the reasons we wanted to do this video, also, let me just rewind. We also have some other products here. We have the selection of the Phytosurgence toasted blushes. So we're also going to be swatching off those as well on, obviously, white people, mid-tone tan skin, and beautiful brown skin, because we see these products being used all the time and like very much on white girls. I've seen a lot of, and no shade, they look beautiful, but I've only pretty much seen white girls review these products. And even though, especially like on the About Face website, they swatch these products on a range of skin tones. My concern and my curiosity there is that while you can absolutely swatch a product of all different colors on different shades of skin, does that actually mean that they were like that the formula was made to truly span the entire range of skin tones? So yes, you can swatch a bright purple blush on, you know, porcelain skin, mid-tone brown skin, and deep black, beautiful, like ebony skin. Yep. But is it actually a formula made for that skin tone? Is it going to be chalky? So we're just kind of exploring that, and like obviously neither of us have deep black ebony skin, but we're just gonna do it on our own skin. And it's for Chany, it's going to be a first impression of everything Cheek Freak. For me, it's going to be a first impression of everything Phytosurgence, but it's not a first impression, like it's not a first impression. Yes. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do we know? Yes. So obviously I have been using the Cheek Freak, and in terms of formula, I've got the idea down, but I have absolutely never used anything from Phytosurgence. I don't know what the formula is like, so I think we're gonna pull a khaki style swatch off. So rather than like doing a full cheek swatch and then wiping it off and showing you the next, we're just gonna do like,
we'll blend it in a little bit on the side so we can kind of see it like super pigmented and then sort of blend it into the skin and see.
So that we're gonna use all of our visible real estate here to swatch all of these. So you have 3 Phytosurgence blushes in the toasted collection and 2 in the original, and I have 5 of the Cheek Freaks. So hold on to your butts, let's do this.
That's 10 blushes. That's 10 blushes on each of our faces.
That is a lot, but be right back because the cat's trying to get in.
Burb. Oh man, I'm really sorry if this squeaking is totally... I try so hard not to move.
Oh yes, that is the thing. Look at how pink I'm going. I'm like so embarrassed. I'm so sweaty. So today we also have the return, if you've been here for a while with me, the return of my squeaky stool and the introduction of a new squeaky stool, because we had to try and smoosh 2 of us in here together. And it sounds so spooky, and I'm here for it because it's the 11th today of September, which means we are 10 days away from the official start of spooky season.
Oh my gosh, really?
Well, the official start of spooky season as far as I'm concerned, which is the equinox.
Nice.
So
I'm here for it.
anyways, like we said, hold on to, well, like I said, because I can't stop talking, hold on to your butts because we're gonna swatch off.
Do you feel like it's gonna be spooky once we have all of the blushes on our face?
It's
like,
gonna look fucking whack, so yeah. I can feel like that's spooky enough. Hold on, just a pause, because I need to text my mom that we're filming and tell her to not make sounds. Basement life.
Oh, that's really hard. Don't make sounds. Breathing, it's not okay. Do you have a loud nose? Quiet.
No, she's gonna come home and be like, I'm home! And the dog's gonna be like, rah, 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 rah.
But is the dog gonna not come down here anyways? Or is it probably gonna be
well,
like...
he might be so excited. We're not filing, we're filming. Okay, so mother has been texted to keep the volume down. We are almost 10 minutes in and still haven't put anything on our faces.
You're gonna
But speaking of our faces, we basically just both laid down like a very simple face. So a little bit of eye makeup, a little bit of concealer, because I did my makeup earlier today and thought I was going to swatch it off. I was going to wash it off. I just have some of the, I didn't bring it out here. I have some of the Cosmetics blush on my cheeks, but just slightly, kind of looks more like a bronzer, and honestly I'm flushing so much anyways because I'm hella embarrassed.
So exciting.
That I wanted to flag that just in case it distorts the shades at all. Which do you want to start with? Should we start with Phytosurgence or the About Face?
Okay, this is a great question. I feel like when we talked about the About Face, it seemed a little bit more friendly to sheer applications.
Yes,
And
I would agree.
The Phytosurgence, I can tell you, she got pigment.
I mean, these are also pigmented as well, but I feel like they maybe don't have the same opacity.
Yes,
So those ones are like super opaque, and the Cheek Freak, I would definitely consider this like a sheer formula. And I haven't intentionally, I have not watched any other people really review the Cheek Freak because I wanted to kind of come up with my own opinions on the product. I have opened two, but I've pretty much exclusively used Smash, which is this beautiful, beautiful red shade. But Score, I have also opened and sort of ruined the imprint.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on you. Do you want to start like sheer? Once you lay these down, like they're not,
well, so maybe we are gonna have to do like one cheek is one brand, the other cheek is the other brand, and potentially we might have to expose our foreheads and use that as well.
Well, mine's, you know, my bangs have grown out. Alanna's really good at cutting her own bangs. That's not a truth for me.
I will teach you.
I will need to be taught. Yeah, I say let's do About Face first.
Okay.
I think because both of us don't know as much about Face, like that's
correct.
Like, a lot of the discovery, and I know a little bit more about some of the Phytosurgence blushes and how they work.
Yeah, I think that sounds great.
Cool.
Okay, so because I have swatched and I've touched the formula, I want you to just go ahead. I'm giving Chany Smash, and she's gonna stick her finger in that. And
ooh, actually, that's really
doesn't that
nice.
feel so nice? It's honestly a glorious, glorious texture.
That's really cool too. And you're right, it really is pigmented, but it's almost like,
but it's very much like a cream to powder finish, I would say. And it's like, it really shears out. Like, how stunning is that? So comparatively, you kind of like really rubbed your finger in there.
Sorry,
so.
my bad.
No, that's okay. And I mean, right now I'm tanned, that like our skin tones are quite similar, but as you can see on like the inside of my forearm, I do lean a lot paler once my tan goes away. Also the lights here. But we can just hold that up a little closer so you can see the swatches. It's such a pretty formula.
Yeah.
It's such a pretty shade. Because I think you were pretty concerned that it was going to come across like very chalky. And like we have some shades here where that certainly might be the case. Like I've got the shade Quickie, which is definitely more of like a pale peach. So we could run into that issue for both of us. But Smash is just truly a beautiful
Gorgeous,
color. So
yeah.
go ahead, I invite you to swatch it on your cheek.
Okay, we have a mirror over here, so if you see me like ducking and stuff, it's to get
And it also, I find, applies beautifully with your finger. It's lovely with a sponge. I like to use my sponges dry, so
smart,
I use that, but I have like a little kind of like medium-sized one.
Oh, so cute.
But I also have been applying it with like a range of different brushes. So like a big kind of fluffy blusher, a more angled blusher, and then this one is very similar, but it's more flat, I would say. And it applies beautifully with all of those. So
okay, so I'm gonna go in with my finger and then I'm gonna swatch it and then just kind of like shear it out on the edge to see. I think, yeah, like, can it be worn sheer? Does it still sort of come through in its intended color, or does it go like funky on slightly darker skin tones, which I think was another thing I was worried about.
yeah.
All right, so let's see. I'm gonna go right in. Ooh.
That is so pretty. I mean, like, that's like full pigment.
Yeah. So as you can see, like, I think because I just have like a little bit more melanin, at least I'm picking up a little bit more of the orange that comes through, and that's really common for me with blushes.
So
like,
blushes really pull orange on you?
Totally, and that's another thing that I think we were talking about was I was like, are the purples gonna actually look cool toned on me because there's so much warmth?
Yes, and I mean, that is also, that goes back to like color theory and stuff, which I'm not very good at color theory. I think like as I have been filming and exploring makeup in this context, I definitely learned a lot more, but
yeah.
I also just kind of want to, I don't like being told what to do. I have a problem with authority. So if a blush is like, we only work on like peach undertones, I'm like, no.
Exactly, and that's so limiting too, right?
So I'm gonna do the same swatch in like pretty much the same space, and sorry for giving you the finger. I think I actually did mine a little bit more sheer, and I'm so shiny today. Whew. But
it looks good. You got that summer glow.
it's also, I think I said this in my last video where I used Smash, when I shear this out, it's very much like the natural flush. That's the tone that I flush. So it is just a very natural tone
Whereas
on me.
for me, I can tell you this is a bit more, like I was saying, like tangerine-y orange flush.
It really does look so much different on your skin.
Yeah.
Like especially on your cheek. On our hands, the swatches look very similar, but also my hands always go darker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can really see the peach coming out. That's so interesting. What does that mean your undertone is?
I mean, when I look at, like, when you go, like, what are my undertones?
And you look at your veins and
they're
whatever.
pretty freaking green, even on
So
my
are
light
mine
skin.
though.
I know.
I don't understand. Okay.
So
I went sheer, like mine, I feel like mine has almost completely gone away. Again, also because the light is
so
here, but super pretty. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
feel
do like a more intense swatch just so that when
You
I
have,
put
like-
the other ones, it's still there.
Yeah. And I can tell you, like, when I exert myself the few times that I work out a year.
There we go.
Yeah, that looks nice.
But yeah, I don't know how well you guys can tell, but like looking in the viewfinder, it looks a lot pinker on me than it does on your skin.
Yeah, and I don't know if
I think it's still like, it's a stunning color on you, but it really, that you're right, that tangerine shade really comes
through.
Ooh,
And when I like,
fascinating.
when I'm like red from sweating, like, it is not this. It's actually way more cool toned. Like, it's a pink. Like, I go pink, which is weird, and it happens so infrequently because I don't blush when I get embarrassed. It's only when I like vigorously work out.
This happens to me.
Oh,
I just get red ears.
That's so cute.
Horrible. Okay, so we're gonna go in now with the other one that I do have open, and then
Yep.
we're going to like fully have a first impression of the other ones together. I mean,
Yeah.
in terms of color, not formula, obviously. So here we go. This is the shade Score, which is very similar in shade to the Fenty Drama Class.
Yeah. I've always wanted to try one that's this purple. Also, I feel like...
Also, I think that my face is just like so... I have all of my skincare on, obviously, including sunscreen, so I'm like super...
I just got like... I feel like I just got hairs in here.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Were you not here for one of my very first videos where I was like keeping a cream blush clean, and the result was basically like I will never be able to?
It's just not a reality.
So
Oops, sorry.
because of how like basically oily my skin is right now from my sunscreen, it's just like the pigment isn't sticking. It's,
See what?
wow, it looks like
wild.
such a different shade.
It like looks purple on you and looks like almost cotton candy pink.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying, man?
Wow, that's so interesting. I'm so glad already that we did this and we're only two. Also, why are my swatches so enormous and long? I'm like, let's use all of my face. If we don't have 10 blushes to swatch, I'm just gonna get rid of some of that so it's not so interesting. And like, I'm sorry that the lighting is shit and we should be a little bit more zoomed in, but then no.
Or you can't see both of us the whole time.
I feel like you don't need to be inside of my pores today, but that is really interesting. And like, similarly, in terms of formula, like, you know, sometimes when you get a product and like the formula ends up being different depending on the shade. I so far have not found that with this.
Okay.
Like, it feels the same. Yeah. You still get that like cream to powder finish. Like, and like, it has, I just like put it on the back of my hand. Like, it really shears out if you're using a little bit. Like, it's so delightful, and it doesnn't, once it's blended out, like obviously with these swatches, like it looks dewy, but if it's blended out, it like it dries down. Okay. Although I find it doesn't matter what kind of blush I'm wearing, whether it's powder or cream or like this kind of like hybrid formula, if someone hugs me or I'm like kissing someone and their nose like touches my cheek, there is a spot. Like the blush, nothing sticks to my face, like the color lifts right off. So I don't know if there's a hack for that. Maybe I need to powder more, but I mean, this, I feel like on me that would happen with this formula, but that's also fine. I think it would happen if I'm kissing someone and it comes off, it's like, get yours.
Yes, exactly. Kissing is consent to like, we're now both wearing my makeup.
Yeah. Also, just a quick aside, I think that the packaging is super cute. I love that it's completely like monochrome, so you know exactly what you're getting. You don't have to like reach into your thing and turn it over and try to discover, like read tiny font to figure out what the color is, like, you know.
Or they like haven't like sent you on a wild goose chase where you're like, this is the purple that it's gonna be, and then it's a completely different purple.
No, it's like they did a pretty good job of like making it, but I do feel like it feels very reminiscent to like Polly Pockets.
You're not wrong.
That's just what I feel like this to me, especially the purple one. I feel like I had a little Polly Pocket thing that was this color. Yeah. And it just like, it has that kind of like kids makeup feel.
But I will say, I feel like Polly Pockets were so freaking hard to open.
Yes, because
they're easy.
Yes, this is not as difficult as a Polly Pocket to open, and that is because there are no tiny people that might fall out.
Oh my god, that makes me want to go to a garage.
But I will say that when I first opened these, I was expecting them to, I think, be a little bit weightier, and they're not. They're very, very light. Yeah. Like this is lightweight makeup, but I really like the soft touch. I really like the like monochromatic scheme. Which one do you want to go into next?
Okay, I'm gonna say let's do I don't know what this one is called.
Okay, we're doing this one. Look, it's still in the package. This is like totally first impression. Haven't even touched it yet.
Who are we? You don't even know.
People with patience. L-O-L.
I was gonna be like, don't mislead them. That's not true.
So this is the shade Champagne Room.
Ooh, that's a really nice
And
name.
this one actually, literally, I've not touched it, so you can still fully see the imprint, which is really exciting. So you can have the first honor of touching Champagne Room.
I'm gonna make sure I don't have dog hair or something on my finger this time.
I have pets, so there's always something.
And it still happened. I don't know how this happened. I literally made sure, and there's a hair in there now. Yeah. As long as you still love me. So I'm like really going in. I really work my finger into it because I think because I have a darker skin tone, and I know that my skin tone pulls things in different directions. Like, well, and
you also want the color pay. You don't like, especially with something that is sheer. Like if you just do one swatch, like it goes away.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's something that I can start to notice about these. Whereas like you'll see when we get into the Phytosurgence, like you gotta be dainty.
So you gotta
dainty with those.
I don't think I have dainty in me.
Okay, well. See, like, what is that? That looks almost highlighter.
It does look like highlighter pink on you, but in a very pretty way.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but compared to the packaging, it is like, I don't know if it's coming through, but like that is a little bit more muted than it's showing up on my skin. Like it just speaks to muted.
Swatch on my finger again. Apologies for the lighting. It's like pretty much blown out, so it's a little difficult to see, but.
Ooh, cute. It looks Oh, no. Okay. They kind of like pull similar.
Yes.
Yours even looks more bright.
Yeah, that
more
looks...
coral.
That's like a soup. Does it tell you what the color is supposed to be? No. If we were prepared, we would be pulling up online details, but no, who needs that?
I was gonna be
She's like, let's do it. And I was like, nah.
No. We got limits to this time.
I don't know. It's like...
What happens if you shear at the edge? Like, what does it pull? I feel like it kind of goes a little orange on you.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've run out of real estate on this side of my face anyways.
I'm gonna...
It's like, it's fine. I feel like actually the undertone is similar to Smash.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, they're not that far off.
Yeah.
I would say same family.
Yep.
Because when I sheared it out on the side of my face, it could very well be Smash, but a little bit lighter. But I don't know if I like it for me personally. I think if I had more of a porcelain skin, or even actually I think if I had deeper skin, I might like that specific pop of color. Well, but also my taste changed. It doesn't mean like it's a bad color or a bad formula. It's just like I went through a period in like from probably 2015 to like 2018 where my favorite thing was like bright orange blushes. But now if I put those same shades on my cheek, I'm like, oh, I think I'm past this.
Yeah.
I think now I like more of a dull cheek.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like you go through this phase of like playing it safe almost, like playing with the undertones that feel most natural. And like, to be honest, if you don't pull like olive or you don't pull like porcelain like you were naming, orange based tones feel comfortable, but then you start wanting to play like, I want to get into cool tones. Like, what do cool tones look like on me? And
I don't know, but I'm really jealous of your Swatch game because my Swatch game has disintegrated into madness. Like literally we are in real clown town.
It's because you get so excited.
It's like, I don't think I like Champagne Room. It might end up...
Yeah,
it's too much for me, I think.
I think it's actually not cool enough of a pink. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it went more cool...
too highlightery, like, it's... I don't like it. So I think that's going to be something that's gifted, unless you like it and you would like it.
I don't know that it's something... Well,
TBD. But
yeah, TBD.
Yes, okay. Well, I don't have enough friends for this. Okay, we're going in now with a very similar tone. This is Quickie, which I am nervous about this.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, what's your prediction?
Well, I don't know. It's definitely more orange rather than pink. Like, let's just do it side by side.
Kind of the same family, you know?
Yeah, so this is the one we just used, which is Champagne Room, and this is Quickie. But I do prefer an orange, I think. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
This one feels different.
Really?
It doesn't feel as soft.
Not as melty? Because I also find it's melty.
It's very melty. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, I like loaded my finger. I loaded my finger. Okay. Where am I going to do this?
Yeah.
Across the bottom. Oh my God. No.
Yeah, that's not at home, I think, on...
Nope. This is the highlighter.
Yeah, that's honestly pushing it. I feel like you could pull off Champagne Room, but this is like, it's just gonna look weird. It's gonna throw off, or it's gonna eat your look. Like,
yeah, I mean, I could shear it out and it would probably be fine, but it's... Can you guys see this?
Yeah, like, what?
It's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay, I will... Not to...
Okay, your turn.
I will say, like, not to be
This
mean.
also could be on me for picking these specific shades because there are other colors. It looks... On us, it looks so similar to Champagne Room.
Yeah. It's like just a touch...
more orange.
Yeah, and it's like, this is Champagne Room, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you can see that.
Which is a lot...
It's slightly deeper, and it feels like it's actually weirdly... has a little bit more red in it. I don't know, red, orangey. This one feels like it might be a little bit more cool on me.
Yeah, it is. I would agree with that.
But I don't... It's weird. I feel like... Okay. this is what I think is happening. They're playing a little bit into cool and warmth, but I don't think that it's enough to make sense, or like that it looks like it makes sense. Whereas, you know, that one that I have from Kaleidos that's like highlighter pink, like highlighter cold pink, you put that on and it's dainty and like, it really pulls in one direction, but this one kind of sits in the middle.
And like some of this obviously is also personal preference.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, because like I think because of how sheer this formula is, like you can build it up, you can knock it back. Like we're really digging our fingers into the pan to get that color payoff to show you guys like the actual swatches.
Like let me look at your sheared out. Yeah, so your shearing out does like similar to what mine does, where if you look really closely at the shearing, and I'm not sure if it'll do it with like the light direct, I don't know, I can't do it. But once they shear out, they all kind of
have the same. Yeah, which is why when I swatched Champagne Room, I was like, oh, that could be Smash.
Yeah.
But at like fuller pigment, Smash is the appropriate color that like feels natural on my skin. And like at fuller pigment, same with Score, it doesn't necessarily look natural on my skin, but it's a color that I will be happy to play with. Whereas I don't know about these two. I think,
is it because they're lighter?
Yeah, maybe.
Like they just don't have the oomph to them to
if they had more pigment, these shades would be like, if they're, sorry, not more pigment, if they had more opacity, maybe they would feel nicer, because like from back here, like those are beautiful shades.
But really, really similar.
And very pale, but I think I was also maybe playing it safe a little. Like I think there was a more intense orange available. I will actually look afterwards, but I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a really intense orange still. I'm still like hoarding my Kosas one, the like super orange one that is now like 5 years old and definitely shouldn't be put on skin.
I just like to look at it.
I just open it up, and then I have the Ritual de Fille Color Nectar Pigment Balms or whatever they're called. I think in the shade Snapdragon, which is like almost like a yellow, which I really just wanted to have, but on my skin still it doesn't really work. But I think if I was like a very pale golden blonde white girl, these would probably be beautiful. But also maybe these would be super beautiful on like really deeply pigmented skin.
Yeah, like if you veer towards like the extremes on like the skin depth spectrum, if you have very little pigment in your skin, I think that these would show up much more true to color, and ditto if you have very deep, because...
But again, I would love to actually see these swatched on that like ebony skin.
Yeah.
Even the skin tones that lean, like that have the red undertone, I would like to see these swatched. And I just haven't really found that, and I don't know if it's because I'm just not looking hard enough, or if it's because all of our Black beauty creators maybe aren't going towards this product in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know. The question will remain a question until we have an answer.
Yeah, and I also I wonder how friendly it is. Like I can see these sheared out on me, and they already look similar, and if they can get this sheer this easily, I also wonder how hard you'd have to work if you had deeply pigmented, like deep ebony skin.
To actually see the color.
Yeah, like do you have to like stamp it on your face? Because that's not, I'm going to go ahead and say that's not the most friendly formula for folks with more pigmented skin, with more
That's very
skin.
true. Because like even on, again, apologies for the lighting scenario here, but I'm just going to open up Champagne Room and Quickie again and swatch them on just the back of my hand, which pretty much has nothing, and like you can barely see those with like a pale, like a light-handed swatch.
Also, do you find that they pick up a little bit? Like if you go back and touch, I might notice a little bit of pickup.
That happens to me with any formula though, and I just don't know if it's like I have naturally like oily to combination skin. I wear like the sunscreen that I'm wearing is like very, like my face is sticky because there's so much, so like it doesn't matter, like I could have a full coating of powder on my face and things would still pick up. So I find it hard to make that determination with any kind of formula because anything will lift off my skin.
That's fair. I would say my experience with other...
Like I'm just gonna poke you. A little bit.
Did it come off?
But like not noticeable enough.
Okay, because
it does have a dry down.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like with more pigmented formulas that I feel like play more friendly to more melanated skin, speaking only like to my space, in that melanation spectrum. I have not noticed pickup like this. But maybe when we swatch the Phytosurgent ones like this as like thorough and then sheared out, I might notice the same thing.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, then I think this was the shade that I was actually least excited about, but it might be one of the better ones.
Yeah, I think it...
So this is the last one from the Cheek Freak swatches, the Cheek Freak blushes, in the shade Shagged.
Ooh.
So much. The shade Shagged. Which is truly actually a beautiful shade. Like,
yeah.
Mauve, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not usually a fan of mauvey, mauvey tones. It's not really my favorite thing in the world, but, and that's how I would have categorized this.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, comparatively, again, we have Score and Shagged next to each other, so like you can really see the difference there. Be my guest, do the honors.
Yeah, this one definitely has more red to it.
Yes.
Like a little bit more
but
warm.
Still is like, in this lighting, whoa.
Yeah, wow. I'm just gonna show you all that. That is like, it kind of came off like, maybe not magenta, but like
almost a magenta. Yeah.
Near. All right, I'm gonna go.
And like, obviously that's like going in with a huge swatchy swatch.
Whoa. Ooh, this one's pigmented. I like it. See, okay, so for this one, so far, I felt like I didn't have to work as hard to get it on my skin. This one, and even the purple one.
Because it is one of the deeper ones. Like, even Score, even though it's a very bright color, it's not deep.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, I would say that this one has the most, like, direction to the pigment, if that makes sense. Like, you know how we were talking about all the colors start to sheer out the same, like, looking vaguely the same on my skin?
Yes.
This one looks different to me.
Yeah.
Like, these two are the only two that I think keep a little bit closer to true.
Yes, I think so. I think so. Like, these three, Smash, Champagne Room, and Quickie, once they're sheared out, they all do have the tone. Although, honestly, Smash is still really giving that tangerine.
Yeah, it's really pulling tangerine.
But this is pretty.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's very complimentary.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, I did a terrible, like, chin strap.
That's amazing.
I now have a magenta beard.
Dude, how great would it be to have a magenta beard? What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm kind of like looking in the mirror, your reflection. See, that looks so pink on you.
It looks so pink on me.
Like, not magenta pink, not purple pink. That looks like, sorry, like pink.
Yes.
Like candy pink?
Like,
wild. That's wild. I mean, I guess you could say it's still the same.
True, but like, you also did a much heavier swatch than I did, so like, let's
just like,
I think I'm just afraid of,
I also do like one, yeah, there you go. There you go. What do you think? What do you think of that on your skin tone?
It's so intense.
Yeah.
But I don't hate it. I think my favorites are these three.
Yeah. It's interesting. They're all kind of like veering more towards the purple family.
Yes. Well, this one like really almost looks brown.
Yeah.
Like, it is definitely more brown leaning.
It's warm.
And I mean, this is like going to be a great fall shade, but also still gives me kind of that like sunburnt look. But that's pretty. Actually, I feel like properly sheared out, not fully just like a blanket swatch. That's very like khaki fjord cheek. Yeah,
it could look really, really, really cute. I think that is something that like, it has its own story.
Yes.
Where I feel like some blushes, like they all tell the same story on your skin. This one has a story. It has a look. It has an intention.
So for us, the Quickie in the Champagne Room ain't it.
Yeah.
That's
long story short.
That's not the story we are telling. There will be no Quickies in the Champagne Room. Although I would just like some champagne.
Oh man, how nice would that be?
But yeah, Shagged, Smash, and Score, out of all of the ones that I bought, out of the 5 that I bought, I think are the winners.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the like order. I don't know. I think I just fell in love with Smash because it was maybe the first one that I pulled out and was just like, oh, perfect. I could have just been a happy customer with just this one.
Yeah, and I think it is really lovely.
Yes.
Like, it tells its own story. It doesn't get lost in like the...
But Score, I don't know, the more that I see it on your cheek, the more that I also really like that color. And I'm just like envisioning you having Score all over your cheeks with one of your like stunning big eye looks.
One day I will do it. Next time I sit down and do some makeup, I will make sure I have some.
That's it. All right. Well, there we have the Cheek Freak swatches. Sorry that we're not amazing swatchers. Well, she's better than me, and she actually like sheared them out, and I was just like, flunk.
Go on my face. How much can I fit?
But now we are going to pull out the Phytosurgence. And do you want, again, this is the first impression for me. I've never touched a Phytosurgence product ever, ever, ever. Do you want to use the original blush formula first?
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it's worth it for us
and then
to
go toasted?
Exactly. So from the original collection, I have only 2, and I think there's 5, if I'm not mistaken, but I have Simmer.
That seems right.
And I have Swelter. I'm terrible at doing these things, so I will need your help.
This way.
Thanks.
There. It's just because of where I put my light.
So I say let's go in with these. And honestly, Swelter kind of reminds me of
Smash. I think that Swelter and Smash
are related.
That's a little bit more mauve, however you want to pronounce it. This is definitely more
it
reddy
looks
orange.
So red next to it too, right?
But I think, well, actually, let's see. No, even like, again, comparatively, this is shagged, and what was this one? Swelter.
Still pretty kind of orange. Like, oh, sorry, not orange. Purple. Dewy.
All right, well.
No, by all means, you go in.
Be prepared.
Yes, I don't know what the word is.
We're going like full scar. Be prepared.
Exactly.
You know?
You gotta
Speaking
like
of, did you see that we're getting a Lion King prequel called Mufasa?
No.
Yes.
What?
Disney
when did
is
that
just
come out? When did they announce that shit?
Over the weekend. There was like their big like D3DE Expo. I don't know. So excited. I'm a Disney.
My heart's racing.
I'm so excited.
Mufasa needed more screen.
Oh wow, this texture.
You really.
Okay. How do people describe this? As like a truffle mousse?
Yes. But it's like, it's thick.
Okay.
It's thick.
It's so thick.
It's like mud
I feel
almost.
like this should smell like raspberry gelato.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm really upset that it doesn't. So I did like a very, again, because I was not anticipating.
I know, that's why I was like,
how thick that is, that's she thick. I'm nervous, and this is Swelter. Honestly, that's gonna be so pretty. I'm very excited.
Yeah, and you really don't have to work hard.
Well,
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Right?
But I can feel that.
Yes, but
that's also a full, like a thick swatch.
Yes.
But I can feel that on my skin.
Yes.
Whereas like a thick swatch on here, it's so airy. It's very light.
I feel like this is a cream blush, but I feel like it's almost more gel. Yes. Whereas this one, like the one on your face, it is like mud. It's like mud cream. Like it's not a bad thing, but it's a
That's why you would like take a very, not necessarily a dense brush, but like this kind of blusher brush would be, I think, probably really perfect.
And to be honest with you, what I do is I'll like do what you did, stick my finger in, and I like put it on my hand because it's so pigmented, and then take a big brush.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't do that, but I think it's because I get makeup all over my clothes all the time, so I'm like, Amy. But I did just blend that out, like whatever was left on my finger on the back. With that much product, or that little product, it does feel like it has no feeling.
And it's a little bit more, I would say, matte than these guys. Like, not that it goes matte, I think it just goes like
no, the finish is really lovely. Like, it doesn't have a huge sheen on it.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, yeah.
Do you want to shear it out on the side there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
towards.
This way. But it is like, the texture is so interesting.
I know.
It's honestly unlike any of the cream blushes that I have. Like
I hear you, man.
That's a beautiful, beautiful color. And like so pigmented that even quote unquote sheared out.
Yeah.
Like it's, again, I don't know if pigmented is the right word. It's the opacity.
Yes. But the opacity is what I feel like makes this slightly more multiple skin tone friendly, or at least deeper, darker skin tone friendly.
But again, I did like a bad, I'm just like taking off some of it so I have more real estate to swatch things, because like I did the whole length of my face.
You love blush, what can we say?
I think also that I'm a bigger person than I am, and then I like do something like that and I was like, I don't have as much face as I thought I did.
My face only exists from here to here. Okay, so I stuck this over here, And I think what you can also take away from the Phytosurgence blushes is because I think of that opacity, it stays truer to color. Like the one I think on your cheek and mine look more similar than any of these have looked on our skin.
Yes, 100%.
Except for maybe, I always forget the names, but this last one at the bottom here, I think that's pretty similar.
Shagged? Yes.
Shagged. You have such good memory.
No, I looked. I was like, huh? Do I need reading glasses? Oh no! No, but this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess the reason that they came out with the toasted line was because people wanted more muted tones, not necessarily wanted more like deeper tones. It was muting the vibrancy, which I guess is fair. I don't know that as an individual, as a makeup lover, I don't think I really go for muted tones. I don't think I have, at this point in my life anyways, I don't think that I have necessarily desire for muted. I may be like pulling back from like the bright oranges, but again, that's also, those are phases. I might want to come back to bright orange cheek at one point because I still love a bright orange lip.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't think I liked mucky muted tones until I was watching other folks play with the muted tones and see how they like looked on their skin tone. And to be honest with you, most of those folks were white. Most of those creators were white. And I was like, oh, I really want that. I love that these muted tones like bring something different out in the blush. And I was like,
you think it's like so boring, and like Hannah Louise Poston talks about her like chewed gum. That's like her ideal color. And I was like, that sounds awful. But then she puts it on her face and you're like, oh, that's truly the most beautiful natural flush ever.
I know.
Meanwhile, I would look at that in a store and be like, why?
Exactly. And I think,
like, I don't want, but is that just a white, like a white skin
That's why I got these. I was like, is it just a white skin or like white shade
like an alabaster porcelain tone kind of thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, let's pull out what is the next
Also,
shade?
I sheared it out here. And I'm
like, you really sheared it out. I was like, I maybe put too much down. I was like, this doesn't, it also doesn't really budge, which I like.
Exactly.
These ones, like,
she commits. You gotta work. You gotta work quick a little bit.
I mean, it like,
you can still work that. See, it doesn't really, I feel like that one doesn't set in the same way. Not that
it doesn't set in the same way at all, but it like, the finish changes, where I feel like the finish on this, like, it doesn't go powder, it stays that like, it's like almost like the density changes once it's on your face.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So the next one that we're gonna go for is Simmer. There. Thank you. And you can see this one. I'm gonna maybe hold them up next to each other. So we just swatched Swelter.
I would say similar color family. This is Simmer and this one is
Swelter.
Simmer and Swelter.
So you can see that this one is like lighter. It's a little bit more pink. This comes out through a little bit more mauve. And so go for it. But also, like, have you noticed the texture in the pots itself? It looks like it like evaporated slightly, but then you touch it and it's like cream.
It looks like, not that I have any personal experience with this, but those chocolate bars that are like the bubbles.
Arrow. Yes.
Where like in the commercials, they like, someone takes a bite out of it or they like slice it in half and show you the like side view. What is that called? Do you know?
Science people. You do these cross cuts. Is that what it is? Like
cross section. There you go. We know words. That's kind of what this looks like. Is that like bubbly? I like it. The texture is just so cool. I'm going to go a little lighter in this time.
Yes, you were like, and I was like,
honk.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, that's pretty. You know what this reminds me of in terms of color? Again, I just like went so far down. Oh,
I think it's because you like enjoy it. I see joy on your face when you're like,
it is, because it feels so nice. I want to swatch things on my face all the time now.
It's so
This really reminds me of the Ritual Defeat Color Nectar Pigment Balm in Bee Sting.
Oh, look at you. And that's what it looks like on me.
Beautiful. The color is very much like Bee Sting. And I was gonna say, like, in the pot, it looks like this isn't usually a tone that I go for because it is a little bit more mauvey.
Yeah.
But again, when I first got Bee Sting, I kind of had a similar reaction to it. But then when it's actually like blended out on the skin, it looks beautiful.
Yeah. And you can see.
And it's hard to see, but it's a lot like, it's a lot pinker. It has, I would say, definitely more blue in it than
and when you shear it out, you can still
tell the difference. Yeah.
They're closer, like, don't get me wrong, I could with most of my eye looks, because blush isn't the centerpiece, I could like take or leave whichever one out of the two. But I can still, I feel like the pink is more like, just stroll through a field, pick strawberries, beep, beep, beep. Like I'm cute and in a dress. And whereas this one could be like, I'm going out, I have heavy dark
Yeah, I
makeup.
feel like I would say that Swelter is a little bit more sexy.
Yes.
Than Simmer.
Exactly. Simmer is like cute.
Is very
Flower dress, summer
like
dress.
flirty. But when you're going to make someone get all sweltery, you're like bringing out the pheromones.
Exactly. Swelter is pheromones, Simmer is joy. So those are from the original line, right?
Okay.
And
I'm into it. I prefer personally Swelter.
It's a good look, right? And you can do a lot with Swelter, I think. That it has that depth, but you can sheer it out so it has a nice lightness. But you can also pack it on, so it's like...
You can have like full, well, I don't know. It's like the line between just the right amount of too much blush and Clown Town is like very thin.
Especially with these ones, like one dip too many and you're like, there's really no coming back from that. I'm just gonna have to own it today or restart. Those are your options. So that's another reason why I think I want like a muted one. I really wanted to see
Okay, so this is the one that when I saw that the new range came out, that was the one that I was like, I think that's the one that if I was going to buy one of these blushes, I would buy.
And so Alanna's talking about Sublimate. Sublimate.
There you go.
Yeah, look at it. Couldn't even see what I was doing, but I did it.
And comparatively,
we can open them up too.
We'll put.
Oh my god, this won't even open. Okay, there we go.
It's so new.
It's that new.
So
it literally
this
hasn't
is
been touched. Sublimate and Swelter, which I think it is the toasted version of Swelter. Don't quote me on that.
Interesting. So this is the new one, obviously like has not been touched, never been kissed over here, and Drew Barrymore in any of her other movies on this side.
That's great.
Okay, so I would, these look so similar that I can definitely see that these are the
toasted.
They are the sisters.
Yep.
We have a toasted sister and a non-toasted sister.
Just straight sex sister, I guess.
I like that a lot. I like the brown tone.
Yeah, like
which
the like
goes on where? This is the older one.
Yeah, it's like the mucky, still cute.
It's beautiful. That's truly beautiful. This also reminds me of not the original line of the Tower 28, but the like second two shades that came out specifically for like more deeper skin tones. There was Power Hour and After Hours. I want to say that this looks like After Hours. Like it has the similar, it's more brown.
Oh yeah, cool.
And I do like that. It's very, very, very pretty.
All right.
No, this is brand new. You haven't even touched this one.
I've touched. I got to smash these in my fingers into these.
The pressure is. I have heartburn. I'm so nervous.
It is.
Wow. Almost just peed. Like touching one of these for the first time. Brand new.
Does it almost feel like clay? Like a little bit like soft clay?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
Oh, it's so. Again, on here. You can't see. Whatever. Fuck it.
I'm throwing it on my face.
Oh.
Wow. See, that looks like Hannah Louise, the one Hannah Louise posted that's just like brown that you don't think is gonna like.
Yes,
from
this is like on me. They are home. Hi, Rocket.
Hi. I'm new.
Hi, Rock. Hi, babies. Hi.
Hi, Boogie.
Hi.
Hi,
We're almost done, but can you go back upstairs now? Thank you so much. No. Upstairs. Thank you.
But I want to smell the new person's stuff. What a well-behaved dog.
Dang. It's because he's 8 and he's like officially not a puppy anymore.
He's like, I don't have it in me for this.
That's absolutely stunning. That is like a bronzer color for me.
Yeah. You want to shear it out? I want to see what it looks like on you before I like go in on mine.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh, that's not bad. See?
Okay. Love obsessed.
Right?
That's
okay. Let's see if it is garb on me. I don't know. No, that's actually really nice.
no. That's absolutely stunning.
Wow. I really like it.
Chef's kiss.
It's still enough to be a blush. Like you wouldn't confuse it, and I'm gonna shear it out and see.
But I feel like that's very much the like no makeup day if you want just a little bit of color. Like, you don't want to look dead.
Exactly. You don't want to look like you don't have any blush on, but you also are not here for like a bright pink, bright red day.
No, that's so pretty.
Check that out.
Yeah.
I like
I love that. Okay, so far, Sublimate is delightful, and when I am finished all of the blushes that I have, it's mine. I'm getting it.
It's mine.
Phytosurgence, I'm coming for you. Also, I want the like green, like the verdant cleanse, whatever, that one.
I was gonna say I want to make a purchase from Phytosurgence for like the cream that Buffalo Beauty Boy Ted recommended.
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, let me know when you want it. I will happily gift you a Sublimate.
Ted, we love you.
Hi! We miss you coming out!
Well, actually, I think we now have to go.
I was actually going to ask you earlier if you wanted to, like, plan a like, frame time to, like, go to Buffalo, because then we can order a bunch of stuff and be like, hey, Ted!
Can we ship it to your place? Because shipping to Canada sucks.
It's terrible.
It's truly the worst.
Duties is duty.
I don't know why I just thought of this, but also once we finish swatching these guys, we're gonna circle back to the Cheek Freak because there is another application that's delightful. No more. Rocket, turn around.
No more. She's the dog whisperer.
You.
Okay, so the next one
is we have 31 minutes left on my camera before it turns off.
Zach even asked me, he's like, do you want to bring your camera in case her camera dies? And I was like, no, that won't happen. Just kidding. Okay, so the next one is Condensate. And this is
I feel like this one is Hannah Louise Poston's like old gum shade.
Yeah, or like maybe our version.
I don't know.
It's darker.
I don't
it's for sure darker.
love it. It looks like, I don't know.
You see that? It's gray.
It looks gray.
It is gray.
It looks
but
gray.
It's like brown gray.
I'm nervous.
And I don't know which of the original blushes it's the toasted one for. I couldn't tell you.
Simmer?
Maybe Simmer? But like there's 3 others. It's not likely I own, well, maybe it is likely that I got matching. It could be.
Maybe.
Could be. I can look it up after.
Okay.
Do you want to go in?
No, you go in. I'm nervous. I don't know if this color is a color for us.
This one looks like old dog poop. And I say that with love because...
And with experience.
Yes, exactly. Okay, here we go. As your dog lays in the ground.
As he is drinking as if he's never drank before.
As fuck. Like, way more purple on my skin than I thought.
It's like...
Purple gray.
Purple gray. I feel like... I
don't hate it, but I don't know that it works.
Oh, the texture of these is so cool. Okay, well, we're gonna throw it on my face.
It might work. Yeah, I think it works. Look at that sheared out. Sheared out, and I think you're gonna find that it works more than you think.
I don't know. I don't know. On me, it just looks straight gray.
But have you sheared out yet?
No, I'm nervous. I don't like
it. Does. It looks gray with a touch of maybe purple. A suggestion of purple. It looks more purple on me, like a gray purple. It looks mostly gray on you. But that's actually not... In the direct light, it looks... I'm looking in the mirror. I'm looking at a reflection.
It ain't it for me. It looks just gray.
It's really cool toned. It's
like,
really
too
cool. I think if you look at where it's sheared out right there, it's not bad. I think it could... You could pull it off.
I don't... Maybe if I was intentionally going as a sick person...
No shade. No shade meant. It is just not.
It's just not for me.
It just ain't it.
I think that's too... I want life, not death in my skin.
It's like, it's weird. It's like...
It's too gray. I think...
It's gray lilac is what I would say.
Yeah.
It's really... It's like a semi-dying plant. Or semi-dying flower, but it's not bad. Like right there on me, I don't think it's actually bad.
No, that
it's
actually does look lovely on you.
Yeah.
But on me, personally speaking, I just let me just do another like full pigment swatch here.
Yeah, it might just be that like you are lacking that like teeny tiny bit more warmth that I have over you. And that might be the
definitely
thing.
am like very green.
So that might be why it's pulling so... I mean, it looks purple, but it also looks gray. And I don't think that...
We are going into a blush war.
Dun, dun, dun. Now we're just gonna have one right across the forehead and the nose.
Wait, no, I still have room down here because I did a much better job of swatching things on this cheek. This one,
great. Okay, so condensate is a pass for you. I think I'd still use it. I think, like, again, for those like
it does
makeup,
look nice on you.
Makeup days.
And I'm looking in this mirror, and it does look.
Yeah, it's just sort of there. It's not so there. I think it's really similar, like the no makeup days. It just is two different tones for that no makeup day.
And I think that actually is a fair determination that you are more warm than I am.
Yep.
I'm very green.
And I think that is why it's pulling
It's not
okay.
easy being green.
Oh, I miss Kermit. The days when, like, which one of those, the Muppets movies is your favorite?
Don't they do like a Peter Pan one or something? Like
Muppet Treasure Island?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, they
that
do
one.
because that one's my favorite. Sorry, are you speaking of Muppet Treasure Island? Because that shit is much okay.
What is this one?
This one is exothermic. God, these names are so good.
I really like that. I feel like this one is in between condensate and the other one. Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Wait,
Hello?
what? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Sublimate. Yeah, you're right. So I think this one's gonna work for you. I think this is gonna be a no makeup
Yes. Okay.
blush for you.
How did it? Okay. Okay, it's fine.
Everything is
I
fine.
need food, I think.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well,
I'm starting to
let's
get
wrap up.
hangry, and also I literally have heartburn.
Okay, let's wrap up really quick. I can do this. We can do this. Okay, so we just did condensate. It still pulls.
Maybe we shouldn't film together. We're so hyper.
I know. This is gonna be really hard for you to fucking
No, it's
edit.
gonna be an absolute delight, and I might not edit anything out of this.
Yeah, just post it. Be like
This is
chaos.
just you guys getting a full hour of giddy.
Chaos. Okay.
Okay, so
Condensate
exothermic.
passed for you
Yes.
because it came to
Too gray.
and I think that's the coolness in it. So that's why I'm kind of convinced if you look at it, exothermic and sublimate are a little bit more
There you
warm.
go. Yes,
Right?
in the viewfinder.
That's it.
This one looks more chocolatey.
Yes, and I think that chocolate, because it has that little extra bit of
Yeah.
warmth, this will be your no makeup look. This will be your, I know.
Honestly, touching these for the first time,
So nice.
should I start singing Madonna? Like a bird.
Oh yeah, that looks,
That's pretty.
yeah, that could for sure be your no makeup blush.
It's still a little purple. It definitely still has like gray purple in it. But I do, I prefer that way more than condensate. Condensate is an absolute no for me because it just,
It's gray.
it looks
so cool toned on
It
you.
just looks, I just put
I actually
like pure clay on my face.
She like went out to the backyard, dug past the dirt, found the clay that you used to find when you were in the schoolyard
I'm
digging.
tapping into my childhood, my inner child. I am feeding her into a mud monster.
I
do like
think.
this.
Can you shear it out? I would love to see it on you before, like sheared before.
Yeah,
That was creepy. Sorry, I got way too into that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
pretty.
it could just be a okay. I need to like throw something on so I don't look like I've blotted out my whole face. Blush.
That's pretty. I like it. I like it a
I'll do. Okay, I'm headed into, what's it called? Exothermic.
So far for me, out of the Phytosurgence blushes that I've touched for the very first time, I find myself way too funny. Ooh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, that's nice. I like it.
That's definitely a winner. So I love Swelter. Sublimate is 100% a win for me, and Exothermic is also truly lovely.
I feel like,
But like, we chose rather a very interesting, like the dichotomy here of like the cheek freak, which is very like youthful and fun and playful, and then Phytosurgence, skin sparks.
yeah,
This is like inner child and mature woman.
yes, this is like, we're gonna go play in the sun, and this is like, I could fuck you up in a courtroom.
Yes!
Totally. I like it. And don't you, both of them are empowering in different ways
100%.
too, right? This is the one where you're like, take me fucking seriously. I am
a woman.
Regal. It's like regal in a way where
but
you...
not in the way of the monarchy, which we like to abolish. We would, this is an official appeal to abolish the monarchy.
Yes.
And that's all on that.
Exactly. And scene.
Okay, question for you.
Yeah.
Because this is where I want to circle back quickly to the cheek freak. Can you use these on your lips?
I've never tried. Do you want to try?
Well, because you can use these on your lips.
Do you want to pick one?
Like do one side on one side? Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to use Smash because I've used Smash on my lips before. And I think I really like this because of that like cream to powder finish. And it's just, the texture is so cool on the lips.
Nice.
It's really pretty. And it gives you that kind of like blotted, like just barely there color.
Kind of like sheared out, like my lips but better.
Yeah.
Okay,
And like I don't ever use lip liner. So my lips are always just like a little blurry on the edges.
Okay, I'm gonna go in with...
But it's really, like you can barely tell this because Smash is just such a natural color for me.
But it's cute.
I really like that.
They're flushed.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go in with Shag, which is like the magenta, just because I think my lips pull purple on my face a bit more. So, and this is one of the most pigmented ones of the About Face Cheek Freaks. Okay, that's...
Ooh, that's really pretty.
Yeah.
Do you like the texture? Like it's so interesting.
And it's like...
it's really comfortable. It's not, like it's so lightweight.
Yeah, this is weird. And it feels drier on the lips than it does on the
cheek.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels, I can feel the powderiness. I was missing it on the cheek, but like up here, and it's like, it has like almost like a silicone-y slip. Powdery.
But it's not uncomfortable.
No, it's really nice. And
that's
see if I can build it up.
Shade is so beautiful on you.
Yeah, it really pulls the purple out and just like brightens it.
Wow. What do you think?
That looks really cool. It looks like just like into the purple.
And it literally, like, I would say that this for you is like your lips but better.
Yeah.
And this one for me is like my lips but better.
I would say so. I would agree. I feel like I'm gonna end up having to get those like Shagged and Score. Like these are the ones that I'm most tempted by from About Face. Just
okay, so now the Phytosurgence, we're gonna try that on the lips. Do we dare?
Yeah, let's do it. I've never put them on anything but my cheeks, so.
Definitely not exothermic or condensate for me because I, again, don't want to look dead.
The sublimate or
sublimate?
swelter?
I'm going to try swelter because I feel like
Can you try both? Could you do like swelter on top and then sublimate on bottom? That's so weird, but I'm actually really curious what sublimate looks like.
Yes, okay, so I'm going to try swelter on...
Or you can like try swelter in there.
Oh, I keep forgetting that these are so pigmented. There's like so much happening here.
So what's it like?
It feels beautiful.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna go in with exothermic, I think, because that's like brown, purple.
So again, because of the nature of the formula, like it has a really intense presence. Not uncomfortable, it just has a presence. Like I can, it has a weightiness. But I accidentally kind of rubbed my...
Oh, that's nice. Okay, exothermic is like exactly my lip tone. That's it.
Wow.
But just it pigments and like makes it more...
Yeah, that is literally the color of your lips.
I think that's why it looks like so natural.
Look at okay, on the bottom left quadrant of my mouth, I am going to now try sublimate.
I think that it's gonna... I feel like sublimate's gonna look almost like your lips.
It's darker. That's pretty. I think my favorite is swelter.
I'm really here for sublimate on you. I don't know why I'm like loving...
I don't know if anyone can actually notice the difference. I'll notice when I'm editing because this is a teeny tiny screen.
You're gonna have like a caption that's like, LOL, ignore this entire video because you can't see the difference.
No, when I am editing, I can always actually tell that something has happened.
Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. What it was exothermic that I just put on my mouth?
No, sublimate. Sublimate is the most reddish brown.
But I feel like on my lips, is too cool.
Look at that. That's whack.
And that one is Swelter? Simmer.
So this is the more pink. I mean, it's not bad. At first I was like, oh, that looks like, I really don't like super light lipstick on dark lips and darker skin. It's just not my preference.
It's not my preference either.
But it's new. It's coming, my own lip color's coming through enough that it's just sort of like
neutralizing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this Sublimate is pulling cooler on my mouth. Swelter is more complimentary. Like neither of them are bad. It's just Swelter is picking up like the natural flush in my lips, and I personally prefer that.
Yeah.
But now it's a new color.
Ta-da! Look at that, it's magic.
Well, we've just discovered so many new things. Also,
what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was really hoping that you would find a color.
That's so sweet. Can I give you Sublimate since you said that you like it and we can just trade these?
Sure.
Yes.
Yay.
Woo. Especially because like Sublimate looks so good on you, whereas like it's whatever on me. Like it's not great.
Exothermic was the win in the toasted.
Yeah.
The toasties.
And it looks so fucking good on you.
Thanks. I love you.
We're gonna get like we're doing this.
We just like mashed our.
Oh
no! Wait, we don't have the same side.
No, we.
No,
yeah, we do.
I mean, but like we can't do this.
Yeah, no. It would be like just an we could try.
Let's not and see we did.
I feel like I'm already gonna be taking the train home and being like,
well, you can wash your face.
True. That's the thing I could do.
We do have a bathroom here, and I have many a skincare product. Okay.
Yay!
All in all, I think this was quite successful, and we had many learnings. And I think that, personally speaking, the lighter of these shades in the Cheek Freak maybe wouldn't work very well for deeper skin tones.
Yeah.
It's just because they require more work. You would really have to build them up. But I think that Score would probably work nicely, and I actually think Score is one of the shades that I've seen like black beauty creators use, and it does look beautiful. Smash so far has been a smash hit with I think multiple skin tones that I have seen, and that's just like the inescapability of Instagram. YouTube is a lot easier to like avoid when you don't want to see anything, and I actually don't know if I've seen too many people use Shagged, but I do really, it's beautiful. It's really and cute. I think I'm gonna have to pass on Champagne Room and Quickie, maybe to my sister, who is just, she has a paler skin tone than I do.
That's real. So, I was gonna say, like, yeah, in this, I'm really glad that you ended up liking Sublimate, because, like, to be honest with you, I would not have bought so many of the toasted blushes if we hadn't been talking about this. I would have been like, which one? Just one. So I got 3 instead, and I'm glad you like that there's one that feels at home on your skin.
I'm so excited.
I would also give you Swelter if it wasn't, like, pretty grody.
No.
I will, when I make my next Phytosurgence purchase, I will provide you with a Swelter as well.
Oh, you are just the most delightful human. Anyways, I think we had a pretty successful blush swatch off.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm not even gonna blend them all in, although I guarantee you that if we blended this cheek in, it would all look the same.
I feel like, it would just be bright, whereas this one would just be like
moody.
Moody.
With a little bit of death.
just a touch of death.
But hey, again, 10 more days and it's spooky season.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning into it after trying these guys out. I'm kind of like feeling more of that spookiness. Yeah. This, I think, was like a really good time to say farewell and much love.
Yes, goodbye summer, hello fall.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Success.
that a lot.
Woo! All right, y'all, because remember, we're not saying guys anymore because I don't want to unintentionally gender you. I think that is everything from us. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below because I would love to have you as part of the Lan fam. And obviously also go subscribe to Chany's channel and follow Chany on Instagram because this is the most amazing human that you will ever come across. With that being said, I'm going to bid you farewell. We are going to bid you farewell
and go eat.
Yeah, definitely. Food is a necessity. And I will see you in the next one. Don't make fun of me.
I'm not gonna do it. I swear to God. I promise you I will not.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. When someone else is here, I don't like it.
Do you want me to look away? I'll just
No,
it's fine. Just
no, stay. Okay. Excuse me.
I don't know why I giggle. I just really like when people just like let their verbs out. I'm like, yeah. I have this notorious, like, I know it's not funny, but I can't help but think of the rating of like the verb in my head where I'm like, impressive. I give that a 5.
He's just like holding up cards.
Yeah.